this is Chris from Rekkid Talk, and I'm going to do a ranking video. This is going to be a short ranking video because I'm going to be doing the discography of Rage Against the Machine. So, of course, they came into prominence in the 1990s as one of the most political bands of that era, mixing Zach De La Rocha's lyrics that he delivered in a rap style, along with Tom Morello's incredibly inventive guitar playing. He makes it sound like he's playing a turntable, but he's playing a guitar. He's not playing synthesizers. He's not scratching. And then you've got their rhythm section of Timmy C and Brad Wilk. And of course, Morello and Timmy and Brad all also went on to become the instrumental part of Audioslave with Chris Cornell on vocals. So we have 4 studio albums. I'll also talk a little bit about an EP as well that won't be part of the official ranking. And so my number 4 is going to be Renegades from the year 2000. Renegades of Funk's kind of cool. They've got some covers on here. It's kind of neat, but it's not really my go-to when I want to listen to Rage Against the Machine. And Rage is one of those bands that I typically don't listen to a full album because it tends to be kind of intense to listen to Rage. Zach is such an intense dude that I'll tend to listen to a few songs and then kind of move on to something else. My number 2 and my number 3 are quite close together and could easily flip-flop if I was doing this another day. But for today, I'm going to make my number 3 be their second album, Evil Empire, from 1996. The famous songs on here are Bulls on Parade, Down Rodeo, People of the Sun. And again, there's not really a Rage album that I don't like, but this one I'm going to put at my number 3. And then my number 2 is going to be their third album from 1999, The Battle of Los Angeles. And as you can see on the hype sticker that's still on my jewel case, Guerrilla Radio, Calm Like a Bomb are the well-known songs, but you've got Testify, War with a Breath, Born of a Broken Man, Sleep Now in the Fire. So there's a lot of good stuff on here. But I'm going to go the pretty obvious route with the number 1, which of course is going to be the self-titled album. I've got a recent reissue of it on vinyl. And of course, you've got just the striking photograph of Thi Quan Duc, the Vietnamese Buddhist monk who self-immolated himself here. I mean, it's just a horrendous picture. I mean, I kind of have mixed feelings about, should you be using this on an album cover or not? I know they're trying to come across with a very strong message, drawing attention to politics. And I've always found it very curious when people have been surprised that Rage Against the Machine is a political band because they have to be one of the least subtle bands in history. I mean, really. The famous song on here, Killing in the Name. I mean, Zach just repeats the lyrics over and over and over again. It's like, take the power back, bullet in the head, fistful of steel. Freedom, the final song on the album. I mean, it's just... and usually it takes me a couple of sittings to get through this entire album. But if you were only going to own one Rage Against the Machine album, it would be this one. But of course, something that's actually pretty nice for listening purposes, this is bonus, this isn't part of the official ranking, but this is something I originally got. This is a 10-inch single. So we'll demonstrate here. This is a 10-inch, not a 12-inch. So this 10-inch EP, People of the Sun EP. So People of the Sun was one of the songs off of Evil Empire. And then this has 4 songs on side A, 2 songs on side B, some live songs. There's a live version. Several of these are live songs. And I think this was made in about, so it was released in 1997, based on some archival material from either 1996 or 1993. And it's a shorter listen, which I kind of actually like with Rage Against the Machine, because they're just so intense. So there's my ranking, Rage Against the Machine. So again, my number 4 is Renegades. My number 3 is Evil Empire. My number 2 is The Battle of Los Angeles. And my number 1 is the self-titled debut album.